Welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Barclay. Tea Time with Barclay. Tea Time with Barclay. Today I will be interviewing Claybar. Hi, I'm Claybar, which is our next spotlight artist. So Claybar, why are you an artist?
Hey, no. That's not how this works this time.
What?
No.
Why?
No, you don't get to do this.
Oh, I can't interview myself?
No.
Oh, okay. Well.
Welcome to Coffee Talk with Elena. Coffee Talk, Coffee Talk, Coffee Talk.
What the?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, that's my diddly bow, made by Paisley Strange. Paisley Strange, Paisley Strange, Paisley Strange.
Diddly what?
Yeah. Diddly bow. It's a one-stringed instrument.
Weird.
Yep. Hello, and welcome to the only edition of Coffee Talk with Elena. Today, my guest is Claybar. She'll be our spotlight artist June 15th here at Mycelium Gallery at 7 p.m. Barclay, how are you today?
I'm good.
Would you like some coffee?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Too much tea. Now we need coffee. It's hot. It's hot.
Is it hot?
Yeah. Thanks for the coffee.
Absolutely. It's not brought to you by Independence Coffee Company, Texas donut flavored.
Donut flavor.
Texas donut flavored, not just donut flavored, but Texas donut. I don't know.
What's the difference? I don't know.
I guess they make them bigger there.
Probably.
So Barclay, I see that your show is titled Future Sight.
Yes.
Can you explain why?
Well, one of my sculptures, one of my pieces, I named him, I guess, in Future Sight. And I made him in 2007, I think, 2008. And I named him Future Sight because he is over here. He was kind of inspired by the aliens from AI, that movie AI. The aliens are at the end.
Yes.
And I kind
gave away the whole thing. Sorry if you haven't seen AI.
Oh,
anyway,
sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
But you should have seen it because it's been out for a while.
Sure, it's your problem.
But yeah, I kind of exist looking towards the future. It's hard for me. Like, I always try to stay in the present because that's the only time that we have, but I kind of look to the future, and it gives me a lot of anxiety sometimes, but I try to look to the future, and that's kind of how I live my life.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I think you just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And you know you're going to get there anyway, right?
Yeah, I can see what's up there just a little ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what brings you inspiration? But further on that is that when you're struggling to create, how do you find inspiration to create?
So Nature is definitely inspiring to me. If I feel like just going outside. I have a balcony that has lots of plants on it, and it's like the only gardening that I get to do in my apartment. But nature is always inspiring because there's always different shapes, and there's always a plant that I've never seen before. You just go out somewhere and be like, I've never seen that plant before. So it's always a different kind of shape, always a different color. And it's just never ending, the amount of shapes and colors that are out there. So nature is definitely inspiring for me.
Cool. I find inspiration with nature as well. It's chaotic anyway. So like you said, lots of shapes, lots of sizes.
Yeah, variety.
So in the history of your creating, do you remember a specific piece that you created that really connected you to knowing that you're an artist?
That's a good question. I would definitely go with this sculpture again.
The future sight?
Yeah, future sight. I think that when I created this guy, it kind of just made sense. Like he's made of clay, and I used coil construction on him. So I made him from the bottom going up.
Okay. That's intense.
And yeah, it's a fun way to create a 3-dimensional form. It's almost like a 3D printer, that kind of same
that
thing.
concept.
Yeah. But with clay. And after I made and I had been making things, and it just seemed like everything that I was making was leading up to this sculpture. And when I made him, it just made sense. And it just came together, and it was like everything that I had learned previously just came together, and I just understood how to make him.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a cool feeling.
What were you doing, like another body of work at that time? Like, had you been working consistently to?
Yes, yeah. So I had been working in different kinds of clay construction. So I had tried slab construction and coil and just regular hand building, but then I was also doing some photography and stuff. So the combination of everything that I was working on at the time. Sketching too, lots of sketching.
Yeah. So was he then the pinnacle of that body of work? And did it lead you into the future? Or?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So, what's up with the no faces?
That's a good question. So, I do a lot of creatures, I guess, beings. I like to call them beings. And they don't have any faces.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted them to be like a neutral being. So kind of calming, because there is no judgment there. Nothing, it's not happy or sad, it's just the being. And I also kind of try to make the being be a part of nature. And I feel like having no face makes it more maybe like a plant.
Okay. Yes.
So relating a being and a plant.
With the landscapes.
Yes, yeah, blends in with the landscapes. So it could be a mountain, or it could be, some of them are blue, so they're made of water. And I just keep creating these same kind of beings in different ways, I guess. Yeah.
So you leave the emotion to the viewer.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
can put whatever emotion they want into it with the neutral.
Right. Yes.
No face.
And I kind of like to have the viewer be part. I mean, obviously, the viewer is a part of the art.
Yes.
But Yeah, exactly. They can put their own perspective on whatever it is that I created. Yeah, and then I like hearing what people think, like what emotion they put onto the being or what they see in it, because it's if you don't have a definite, if it is neutral, people see all kinds of things in it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been abducted by aliens? No, really.
Well, I mean, there's no way to know, because don't they like
mind swipe?
Yeah, they erase your memory, so you're not supposed to know. So
yes.
I don't know. Could be.
They could be your friends.
Yeah.
They could be your family. I don't know.
I feel. Are you saying?
Are you saying?
What are you saying? No, I feel like sometimes I exist in this realm that isn't here but is here. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Could be.
The question is foggy at this. Yeah.
Foggy.
So, do you find it challenging to run a gallery and create your own art?
Well, it is a lot, for sure. I also have another job,
right,
that pays all my bills. And I would like to be a full-time artist, and I feel like being in the gallery actually helps me create what I want and get it out there. For the longest time, I'm a really bad procrastinator. For the longest time, I had not been working on a lot of things, and my creations were kind of coming out here and there, or I have a lot of unfinished stuff still, even after doing this show. And I feel like having this space where people can come in and see things helps me, people are looking now,
oh yeah,
I get to create now.
Yeah.
And
it's not all piled up in your house.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Have a place that I can show my art, and also having the artist community here has definitely helped me make things. I think that's the biggest inspiration for me to
work with all these other artists.
Yes.
that are part of our community here.
Yeah.
Mycelium Gallery.
Yeah, after you graduate school, there's not a lot of creative places to go talk about your art. I mean, you could go to an art show and stuff, but I really missed working with other artists. And in this space at Mycelium Gallery, we work together all the time, and it helps with any kind of creative block. Plus, everyone else is pumping out work, and I'm oh, now I need to keep up. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's been inspiring actually working here, but it is a lot to, keep up with. Yes. Yeah.
Well, you're doing great, by the way. Now a word from our not sponsors. If you like to mingle but you don't like to drinkle, it's okay to be weird. Just mingle. Yeah. Mingle. Now in sparkling raspberry rosé. If you like to mingle but you don't like to drinkle, it's okay to be weird. We got you. Just mingle. Yeah.
No alcohol.
Do you like chips but you hate potatoes? It's okay. Papadelics. They're so crunchy.
They're crunchy.
In 3 rad flavors. Rosemary and salt.
Twisted Thai chili. And trippin' truffle palm.
Nice.
Mushrooms. Nom 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 nom. They're crunchy. I like these ones.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yummy. Papadelics.
Papadelics. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Shiitake.
So I noticed like you do work with a lot of different mediums like wire and clay and painting, watercolor, acrylics,
Yes.
pastels, so many different things. First part of that question is, what is your favorite medium to work with?
My favorite medium is definitely clay. Yes.
Yeah. And that's why you're called Clay Bar.
Clay bar, yes.
And you are a bar of clay.
I am a bar of clay. Yes.
Nice. So, with working with all those different kinds of mediums, is there another medium out there you haven't worked with that you would like to work with?
Well, the only thing I can think of right now is oil painting. I do want to work with oils, but I don't want to
Pay the price.
Yes,
Yes.
like I am very intimidated by them. And I don't like how long it takes them to dry, and it's just a lot of work, but I do want to work with them at some point. Also, it sounds weird, but culinary arts, I really enjoy being creative with food, but I've never actually I only cook for myself.
Yes.
And put things together creatively, but I would think about, doing some kind of culinary learning. Culinary learning.
Yes. Culinary arts.
Yeah. Food.
Yes.
That's my answer.
Food arts.
Yes, obviously I make art, food art.
You do.
So
you're already going that direction.
I love
Making
breakfast.
food art.
Yes.
Your bacon trays, your whole breakfast series is really great. I love it.
It's so cute.
It is very cute, and everybody resonates with that bacon. They just do.
Mm-hmm. And you just want to eat the raw. It looks
Yes.
raw bacon.
It would go really well with this coffee.
Yes. If we could only have some bacon.
So, after completing this body of work that you've done for your Future Sight show, and I know what it takes to create a whole body of work for a show, right? And you go through a lot of emotions, and you drag out old paintings, you finish them, you do all this stuff, and so it's like you kind of go down this path of seeing who you are in a way, but you also makes you decide what you want to do in the future. So where do you see your art heading in the future after Future Sight?
Well, I think that my art is gonna get real ugly.
Why?
That's right. There's a lot of things that I see in the world that are ugly, and I think that being an artist, even my artist name, Clay Bar, it's like the opposite of my name, Barclay. Artists are a mirror of what's happening. And so I want to reflect what I see. And I'm very observant. So there's a lot of ugly that I would like to
Want to reflect it so people see it, because people are also just not paying attention to the ugliness.
yeah.
Like they're hiding from it.
Yeah, and it's so easy to not see it. I mean, I've lived that way for a while, you know, like I didn't want to feel some things or see things, so you just look the other way, or, you know, you just ignore it.
For sure.
And it doesn't help anything.
No, it doesn't. No. So, what kind of advice would you maybe give to somebody who's struggling with their art, or they're struggling to think that they're an artist or they're creative, or they want to do creative things but they're scared?
I mean, I know that you and Logan both said just do it. But like, I think that you kind of just have to try things. Like, it's okay to mess up. Like, maybe do something to mess up, like scribble on a paper, you know, like some of your art is gonna look bad for a while. Even if you start something new, like no matter what it is, it's gonna look bad for a while. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be ugly. Like sometimes, like you just have to get through that process and just know that eventually, if that's what you want to do, then you're gonna get there.
Maybe start out with the ugly part and then layer something on top of it.
Oh yeah. Also, that's another thing. It doesn't have to be like, even if you make something, it doesn't still have to be that. You can make it something else.
Yes.
And it works out. Yeah. And be patient with yourself too. Like, don't be so frustrated and I feel like I'm talking to myself.
I feel like you're talking to me too. Like, but you are talking to me, but it really feels like you're talking to me. That's good.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Thanks.
Yes. Is there anything else that you would like the viewers to know?
Try art.
Just try it.
Just try it.
Just do it, like Logan and I said too.
Yeah, just try something. I mean, we do a lot of classes here now, so there's like little things that you can make.
Yes, some of those classes being...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a watercolor class eventually. And it's like, if you start small, you know, do like a little tiny thing and then you can work up. But it's really nice to just get something out of your system, like, and color or whatever is a good way to do that, because it is healing. It is healing. It just gets it out.
Yes. And then it gets your mind off of other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of those classes are coming up are more embroidery classes, a jelly print class, a felting class, a paper doll class, a couple of clay classes, a macrame class, an India ink class. Oh my goodness, all the classes, and there's more coming.
Yes.
So definitely need to join us for that. Well, Clay Bar, Barclay, I appreciate you being here at Coffee Talk today with me, Elena.
Coffee Talk.
I'm gonna do the outro.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab my little guitar, and then I'm gonna say when your show is and do the outro.
Okay. Coffee, 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 coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee.
Yeah, my coffee talk song will be even more erratic. But yes. Okay.
How are we gonna drink all this coffee? I made too much. But I want more.
Well, thanks for being at Coffee Talk today. And thank you, Clay Bar, for being here with us. Barclay's show, Future Sight, will be Saturday, June 15th, 7 to 9 p.m. And Ex Machina will be joining us, DJ Ex Machina that is, and he will be throwing down some beats Nature beats. Nature beats. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
There's lots of water beats.
Yes. All right then. And her show will also stay up until July 14th. July 14th. Yeah. Thank you for being here today. We really appreciate it in the only episode of Coffee Talk with Elena. I'm your host, Coffee Talk Elena. Thank you. Coffee Talk, Coffee Talk, Coffee Talk. Yeah.
That was really good.